Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. Today we're getting back to some ship requests. It's been a busy week of the new 10th anniversary update, but now that we've gone through most of the new content, you guys wanted to see Ochakov last time. As always with this ship request series, comment down below this video. Whatever's most upvoted, that's what I will be playing next time. We got a light cruiser, tier 8 light cruiser, no heal. Could be a little bit tricky to play these days. 27 mil plating on our deck armor. Otherwise, we're getting overmatched pretty much everywhere. Only 70 mil armor belt here on our citadel, and it's above water. So we're gonna have to play very, very carefully. Not a lot of HP here either, but what this ship does have is a 12-kilometer radar. No, actually, it's got a 10-kilometer radar. So a Soviet cruiser, radar cruiser without the 12-kilometer radar is a little bit interesting here. Not a lot of duration on it either. However, our detection is absolutely incredible at 9 kilometers. I'm starting off with a bit more of a basic build here. Still trying to get our fire chance up as it's 14% here with this build. I'll try for top grade gunner, although we might try some lighthouse shenanigans later if I want some more damage, as our concealment is already very, very excellent. Other upgrades look a little something like this. Even with radar mod, it does not last very long. So a little bit strange to not have that full Soviet radar, but we'll try and make it work today. I think this could be challenging given tier 8 matchmaker, but hopefully we don't have to deal with those tier 10s. Of course, I had to just say what I didn't want, and Wargaming delivers exactly that to us. Although no carrier, so we don't have to worry about that spotting quite so much. This could be pretty rough matchmaker for us. Playing a light cruiser these days is no doubt a challenge. So we're going to try and play a little passive to start. I know the position looks aggressive, but getting into some of this island cover here early should allow us to stay relatively safe, as well as get some decent battle impact. Our radar being 10 kilometers means I actually can't quite get the A cap covered here. We cover all of B though, so that should be a decent help to our team. And we have a decent little cove here to keep ourselves safe from cross maps, hopefully. Christopher has been spotted. So now, my teammates have good shots. Do I have good shots, maybe? Let's see. I don't think I do, but let's try and help our guys out. Let's find the Shima as well. Nice. Fortunately, this ship has good shell velocity. And while its DPM isn't amazing at only 173k HE DPM, its shell velocity helps to make up for that. And we are spotted here. Unfortunate. So we will back off. That's why I waited until I was stationary before actually firing here, because I really want to play this a little bit safer. Okay, we get a fire right away. Nice. So we have 15.6 kilometers of range. Into tier 10, that is certainly a bit of a challenge. But at tier 8 matches, it's not too bad, I gotta say. And I'm just gonna sit here, guys. I'm not gonna try and force anything. I'm not gonna try and rush anything here. It is purely patience game. That's what we just have to accept while playing this ship. Surprise the Shima with some hydro, maybe. There, as people push in, then we can open up. And we can shoot undetected here. That's big. That's very big. Ooh, we've lost 2 destroyers off rip. That's gonna make things challenging, for sure. For sure, that's gonna make things challenging. So the enemy team is going to push through this, certainly with a Sibir, that's no question. So we're gonna have to play this flank and hopefully deal with the enemy ships here before we get outflanked. This island is no longer safe if they get around this corner here on this island. So we're gonna have to take some risks, I guess. Our teammates are chilling at the back. That is expected of tier 10 these days. And Sibir probably gets behind the island. Oh yeah, Laria sap. I was too patient, or I was too relaxed with it. Okay, good. Prop mod, guys. Prop mod. Very, 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 very important. Oh no, and the sub is going to ping us as well, because we have no map control. Absolutely zero map control, guys. What do we do? Accept our death and go next, maybe? We'll see. It's a challenge. I'm going to leave this kind of stuff in. Sometimes I'll cut games where I just simply do nothing, but I think this is good. I think this is good to see me a little more uncomfortable. for you guys. Hopefully those torps are going to hit the island, if anything, and they do. That's why I reversed back here. Oh boy, Rhode Island. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot we can do here. We can try there. We have ship-based ASWs, so there's literally nothing I can do to the submarine. We'll get a little chip damage in and reverse, because Rhode Island turns to us right away. Understandable. Okay, not much more there. Okay, Sabir is on his way. How do I live this? I have to go fight the Cleveland, maybe? Maybe we can stay undetected here for a bit. Oh, Sabir is getting a smoke. That actually helps us a lot as well. Can we get some fires once his damage control's out? That's what those lights are. There we go. Actually, wait, no, that's his F key. Never mind. Hard to tell on that ship. Our torpedoes are 8 kilometers. Those have a chance of hitting, maybe? All right. It is time to push. I don't have the DPM to deal with the Cleveland. So it's time to get ourselves into a bit of a risky position. Because of an Alaska, most importantly. And we're spotted here right away. So we have stealth radar, right? Alaska is going behind the island. Otago is behind an island. So can I wait for my turrets to get turned? They're a little slow. There goes Mecklenburg. We figured that was happening. And yes, there we go. Give me my hydro. Because likely we got torped, and we did. There a gap? There's a gap. Can I hit the gap, though, while shooting this guy still? I think so. Cleveland. Okay. Surely. Yep. We get him. Nice. Now then, where is a safe-ish position? I think this island here is not too bad. However, oh, our left side is the torps I used already. That's too bad. Do we go into the B cap here? We might. We might. However, Cleveland could be a problem. You know, if I give broadside to a Cleveland, it's going to be bad news for us. Yeah, there he is. Alaska here is also very bad news for us, though. Iwami there is also bad news for us. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, we just have to hope our team camping spawn here deals with these guys and then comes to our rescue, I guess. They're going to get Sabir, hopefully. Gotta wait another 50 seconds for our radar. It is uncomfortable playing light cruisers, guys. It is uncomfortable. A ship like this one, of course, not having the best light cruiser DPM also makes things a little challenging. Usually you're playing an uncomfortable ship to gain just ridiculous DPM. And this one doesn't quite have that feeling. Alaska's behind the island. That's fine. Will they get Sabir, actually? I'm not sure they do. I'm actually not sure they do. Oh, a radar. I was debating pushing out here and crossing this gap. Good thing we didn't. Oh my goodness. Just gotta live. We have a lot of utility to help our team out late game. Just gotta live. Come on, guys. Stop all dying in spawn to them, please. Tier 8 is hard too because you're up tiered, right? And then oh, Otago and Christopher's there, sure. Can't get much over. How's our AP? Our pen looks not bad. Here, 169, 170 even. Yeah, we get some of that over. Okay, Alaska's gonna be a big problem for us. As is Christopher, obviously. Can we Citadel? Yeah, we can. All right. Please, Citadel, and then get me out of here. No, I don't get him. I have to go for this cross, unfortunately. Oh, and there's an Awami already there. Yikes. Don't have AP. Don't have AP. Yes, he's got HE. Let's go. It's still a lot of damage, but okay. 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 I think we're dead to Awami now, unfortunately. Oh my goodness. What a game. Maybe we can bait him into our belt and then bounce it? No, it's a little early. Oh, wait. He aimed so far back, though. Why? Oh my goodness. Hold. Technically not dead now. Technically not dead. Although, probably dead. I think he loads in time. Turn it! Come on! Woo! We're taking... No, Cleveland! Oh, he's got AP now, too. He got the sit. We're angled-ish. I can't push out for the Iwami here. And he's still on the AP for some reason. Did I click? No, I didn't click in time. And we died. Okay, our team died. A defeat! How surprising! Our team camped one corner of the map, and they got 3/4 of the map for free. Wow, who could have seen that coming? All right. Well, that's a terrible start. Let's keep going. Looks like we're going to be in for a bit of a greatest hits on why Tier 8 sucks to play these days. Another Tier 10 game. And we got an AFK on our flank, too. Poor Jaeger here dealing with plane spotting. That's always a not very enjoyable time. If it was minimap only, right, then I'd know he's there, right? And I could make plays based on that. But I wouldn't actually be able to actively damage him like this, right? That's where I think this change to your air detection not blooming when you fire is cool and all, but I wonder if minimap only spotting would have just been better. Because this Jaeger is going to die simply because he got spotted by planes, right? Like, that's not fun. I'm not a huge fan of fighting Jaegers, right? Obviously, but we got to consider that his experience there was dreadful. We do have some support, and this could be a decent angle if we just get a little further away. We need that hipper to leave our... Yeah, there we go. See how we're not spotted right now? That's pretty cool. See if we can land some fires on these guys. Oh, now we're detected. That's bad. Hey, a fire. Very cool. Looking like our team is not doing so hot, unfortunately, again. As a tier 8, that's another problem, of course, with getting up tiered like this, is you just have so little battle impact relative to tier 10s that a lot of the games feel out of your control. And I wonder if that's another reason I really dislike playing tier 8. Even though tier 8 has my favorite chips in the game, it has my favorite meta in the game because you gain some of these higher level skills, like radar is in the game. You get the concealment upgrade slot. Like, it's really fun to have all of the depth of high tier without all of the DPM and campiness. I think I really like tier 8, but the matchmaker like this is just very frustrating to deal with. It makes me just never want to play tier 8s. If you're wondering why I don't play it as much, really only shows up in these ship requests for the most part. That's why I just don't like playing as bottom tier against ships that are just way more powerful, and there's just nothing I can do about them. Need my rudder. Unfortunate I noticed that late, so we're actually going to ground here. His engine is out. Okay. But we should get him. Okay. Radar. It's a good thing to have. It's a good thing to have. But unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do against all these tier 10s that they have left, right? And we have well, not a lot left. That's that power. Well, I guess we have Napoli Utrecht. Maybe that's powerful enough to carry. I guess we'll see. Zhao. Oh boy. Fighting a Zhao is going to be hard. At least we pen him everywhere. Maybe I should have turned the other way, actually. You see how the direction I'm going is actually inviting more people to fire at me? The Polo, Marco Polo. But in this case, I'm cutting off this guy from shooting at me, so maybe that's okay. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. I'm hoping for another fire because the Zhao damage control, but his shell velocity is really good. His fire chance is really good. His damage is really good. Oh, I turned broadside to Marco Polo so he can Citadel us with sap. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not doing so good today. This is pretty sad. I know it's not the best ship in the world, but man, this is pretty pathetic showing for me. I'm sorry about that. The games, I'm not even getting opportunities to do the light cruiser farm behind an island thing, you know? We're just getting blown out of the water here. It's quite unfortunate. Oh, he underled, actually, so I slowed down into these. Okay. 50k. Oh, man. At least this time we've been blessed with some tier 8 matchmaker. Unfortunately, still a carrier. Always hate to see that, but maybe we can make this this match work just a little bit better. Enemy team in B cap already. We're gonna have to try and use our radar to help out. Maybe. But again, we don't have the range, so we can't actually cover the entire thing. So I think I'll hang on to it for now. And just elect to not be spotted there. Unfortunately, my entire team has kind of decided to go north now. Yeah, most of them spawned actually here, and I got to spawn here. So I wanted to support up north here, you know, have a 2-cruiser split, and well, you can't control where your teammates go. But I think today we've seen the perils of all your teammates giving up a flank for free to start is not going so well, but maybe our Glacier and Minsk do okay on that flank by themselves. I guess they have a champagne too. But map positioning is important for your teammates, right? And yeah, lacking some battle impact here it hurts. It hurts. It looks like the enemy team's actually sort of giving up C flank for free. You know, Bismarck is leaving. That's very interesting. So as long as we get control of a flank, we can do okay, you know. Let's see. Can we compete with the Arschfelds? All my shells went low, unfortunately. I don't know if we can. He's got airstrikes on us, got healing on us. Right? Arschfeld gets a heal. Or am I mistaken? Maybe I'm expecting too much out of this ship. Perhaps that's the case. But the DPM does not feel great at tier 8. And we do have a radar. I have to remember that we do have some utility there. And our concealment is very good. So we should be able to get into some pretty good positions. Do I have to make a play here? It's so hard to make a play in a ship like this one. Very, very challenging because no heal, not a lot of health, not a lot of DPM. It means you just need a lot of team support, you know. So we'll try and help here. Dunkirk, I think is aiming for us. Nice, the relight on the fire, that's really good. Okay, he turns up, so we aim there. And I think I'll get behind the island here. Maybe we can go dark. Yeah, we can, nice. And that actually gives us an angle on the Fubuki now. So since the enemy team didn't play much here, it allows me to make it a more aggressive play like this a little earlier. It's impossible to play this position if there's enemy ships up here, right? It's a lot of finding where the weak points are, waiting for those positions to be revealed, and then trying to exploit those. It's hard to do, though. Much easier in lower tier when you're facing your own tier, though. Ooh, we get spotted here, though. That's bad. Fire's nice. Do I reverse in time? Not sure I do. Nope, definitely did not. Maybe, you know, it's Dunkirk. It's not the best guns. Yeah. Okay, we get lucky. Nice. Oh, and we got the lucky fire, too. Not too much, because he keeps looking back this way. Patience, patience, patience. All right, now we can get up towards their island. So in this case, we've managed to push through C-cap at this point, while the enemy team has got control of A. So giving up this flank at the start didn't work out too badly in this one, simply because as a team, we managed to get the other side. We didn't get pigeonholed in this corner here. That's what happened the first game, and I'm not really sure what happened last game. It just felt like we folded. And we don't really want to be pushing spawn, right? So let's head into the B cap. We can use the island in the middle to prevent us from getting spotted or hit from a lot of the enemy ships that'll push through A. It's actually a really good position to get into as long as you have control up here. 40k. Man, my damage is so bad these games. I feel like I'm having no impact on the battle, and I'm just kind of a passenger. But we're here, we're trying. Trying our best. Maybe Hydro. At this point, we haven't really seen the Fubuki in a while, so Torp's probably for Constellation. Want to help him out as much as we can. So now that we're past here, we should go dark. Yeah, there we go. Well, barring plane spotting, of course. And those are not for us. Let's help on San Diego. Ah, Monarch in their spawn area. That we'll have to watch out for. Definitely. Okay, that guy should go down. Nice. Okay, we got ourselves a kill. Right, like you see how powerful, assuming we don't get spotted, I think it's Fubuki somewhere in their spawn. As long as we're not getting cross-mapped here, which can certainly happen. This is a very powerful position in these mid and late game scenarios. Gotta get creative with it. That's one of the reasons I really like light cruisers, because you get into these kind of interesting positions and then you just pump out a ton of damage and you have a lot of battle impact that way. This one lacks a bit in the DPM department, of course. So, you know, maybe play some... Oh my goodness, he's right there. Was that spotted before, or am I just not paying attention? That'll help us out a ton to get that gone. Nice. We get him. So now we can sit here undetected. This is looking good. This is looking very good. And our team's got this. Not a particularly close match, I'd say, unfortunately. But not a bad look at, you know, changing positions, patience, but then taking our moment to push into better positions. Why is my dispersion so bad? You know, that's kind of the basics of playing this class, right? And each map is different, each game is different. That's what makes the game interesting to me, you know? It's just sad when that kind of gets cut short, when some of these games are blowouts. And certainly the double up tiers. I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently World of Tanks is going to +1, -1? Wait, maybe that was a special mode. I could be wrong in that, but man, it would help so much for so many ships in this game to go to a +1, -1 system. It'd be amazing. A ship like Ochakov especially would be so much better to play. Be really nice. Now that's the end game, you know, it's risky to just open water, but I'm gonna do it because we want a little more damage. Interesting. My shells are going low there. Weird. Can we get a fire, please? We're not even... We don't even have a great fire chance. Maybe it's not fair to me to compare this to a Cleveland, but it sure feels like a way worse Cleveland. In many ways. The shell velocity, I guess, is the benefit. So if you find Cleveland shell velocity rough, then, you know, this could be a decent or somewhat interesting thing, but... Wow, we can't light a fire. I'm not even taking IFHE, guys. I'm purposefully trying to get fires. Interesting. Maybe on the battleship. The alpha damage isn't too great either, I guess. Oh, there we go. Insta on the battleship. I guess we'll take it. So you see how with us playing here, if they want to fire at us, they have to give broadside to pretty much our entire team. Like, looks like Prince Eugen is doing. Like Duke of York is doing as well, actually. Can we slow down and turn into that? Nice. And we get the fire. Okay. Perhaps complaining has some merit. The game has heard me. Can we get the stern superstructure fire? That's what we're aiming for now. Yeah, okay. We'll take it. So we slowed down and turned in last time. Let's try and go full speed. And then turn in. Yeah, look at that. The mind games. Okay, 93. We didn't even crack 100K. Man. Maybe I'm just bad at this, but it's tough, man. It really is tough to play this one. That's why I think I prefer ships, light cruisers with high DPM. You know, this one being low DPM light cruiser really feels compromised. Where the high DPM ones, when you get the positioning right, you have so much battle impact. But with these, I guess you're a little easier on your positioning. You don't have the DPM once you're in the positions, you know? It's lacking that a lot. And I think we're going to end the video there, simply because we're struggling a lot with this ship, and I do not want to continue too much further. Actually, I gotta be honest with you guys. I played one more. Ran into way more tier 10 and got smashed by a Columbo for free while I was angled at long range. Very fun, very fun. This ship is hard to play, certainly. I think that's maybe why you guys suggested it. I notice a bit of a trend with this series where you often pick ships that aren't very good. So there you go. There's your suffering for the week. It has been accomplished. Make sure you comment down below whatever you want to see next time. Most upvoted, that is what I will be playing. Thank you very much for watching and have a great rest of your day.